Hey boys and girls, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and we're going to be taking a look at the new event that is coming out here. Well, actually it's not a new event. It is a returning event. Alright, so let's take a look at it. We'll take a look at the actual event first, and then we're going to take a look at the featured banner, which is going to be the units that are going to kind of help us go through this. And I'll try and make it as quick as possible. I'll try to keep it around 10 minutes to make sure that you guys don't fall asleep on me, alright? So it's called Grand Gaia Chronicles. Alright, so it's the Brave Frontier. It is the return of the Brave Frontier event. We do get a new additional unit to it as well, which is fantastic. So you can read the event here. If you don't know what Brave Frontier is, it's another game that is being created by the same creators, which is really good. They've been supporting that game for a long time. The one thing that a lot of you have been asking, you've been trying to figure it out, I've been telling you when you guys had no faith, but now you should. Get Vision Shard, should say shards, but it's maybe you only get one shard. Get Vision Shard through this event, but I think it should say shards. There's gonna be more than one shard that you're gonna be able to get through this event. So there is your answer for those missing 30 or 40, depending on how you calculated it. We will be getting more Vision Shards through this event. And it's coming out on Friday, and it will be going all the way through till Thursday, June 29th, right, all the way up to the end of the month, which is really good. So if you haven't beaten these achievements before, because this is a returning event, I believe this, actually, you know what, I think they might have reset these ones. You will be able to get this, except Maxwell, which is going to be the unit from the other thing. But anyways, these are the rewards here. We're going to be collecting Crimson Ore for the actual King Mog event. And if you guys are new, King Mog events are these things where you fight during an event, you collect the ores, you collect the items that they drop, and you use those items to buy items from the King Mog. So that's kind of where it puts us here as far as going into the event. Okay, so that's kind of the short version of it. So exchange Crimson Ores for items, alright? For those of you who know what King Mog events are, which is most of you, so no worries. There is a few different things here. If you do get your hands on Elsa, my advice, and I'm going to stick with it, you must get Tablet of Ruin. It is an incredible materia for Elsa. Next here, Demonic Life. Boost attack, defense, magic, and spirit when your hit point drops below a certain level. I wouldn't buy too many of these, maybe one or two. Unless you know you're going to be staying in like the low life all the time, like under 50%. That's the only time when it becomes useful, right? So this could go well on a tank that you know that's always going to be taking a beating every turn. So, you know, it's one of those things where you can gamble with it, but you never know what you're going to need it for later on. So picking up one or two is not going to make it, it's not going to destroy your slot, but at least you're going to have it in case you need it. It is marketed as a 6-star, which is kind of high, so there is some usefulness for it. There is Destroyer's Authority. There's also one other one here. I can't really remember it, but one gives you hit points 10%, and attack and magic 5, whereas the other one gives you, I think, spirit 10%. Oh no, sorry, defense 10%, and then it gives you attack and magic or hit points and whatever 5%. So those are at your discretion depending which ones you need. As you guys know, most of the events we have been doing, because we're getting kind of shafted as far as the content, and what I mean by shafted is we're getting pushed some of the more difficult stuff our way. Hit points is pretty good for you, defense is really good for you, and spirit is really good for you, especially defense and spirit. Most of you have experienced that over the last week or two, where we're getting destroyed by units like Titan, where they're just destroying us using like this magical attack where we need strong defense and physical armor to just stay alive, right? It's not enough just to have tons of hit points, right? So that's up to your discretion on which ones you want, but you're going to be able to see that once the event goes live. You can exchange for items such as rare summon tickets, 5-star trust Muggles, which is 10% to everyone. For more details, talk to King Mog Kupo. Okay, so we got a event exclusive equipment. So this is going to be for Vargas, which is going to be the new 5-star unit that are bringing into this event. So his actual materia is called Breaker. Damage and reduce attack, defense, magic, and spirit for all enemies. It is an AoE 30% break, unless it's changed, but that is what it is. It's 30% AoE break, which is actually pretty cool, but I don't really know when you're going to want to do an AoE break. I really don't know. I mean, unless you're doing it for the farming, like during this event, but other than that, I don't really know. If you do have Vargas, again, just like with Elsa, my advice for you is to pick it up, because you never know when this will become useful, and if you don't pick it up, then you're going to beat yourself up later, especially if you have the unit already. Okay, so here's some global exclusive items that are coming out, and these items are amazing. I'm gonna pick these up right away. I'm not even gonna bother with anything else other than maybe the summoning tickets first to try and get myself a Tilith or two. But these items are just bizarre. So this is Demon Horn. So essentially it's a horn that you have. By holding this Demon Horn, you get an increase of attack plus 10%. That's insane. It's an accessory, right? And just by holding this horn, you're now become more powerful. And you enable Beast Killer. So now that you're a demon, right, now you can do more damage to beasts, right? Same thing for this other one. It's called Sun Barret. Sun Barret gives you attack 10%. And it's like this thing that's full of light. While holding it, it empowers you. And it now enables Demon Killer. So Beast Killer and Demon Killer, unless they've changed it or how they work, normally what that means is it's 50% increased damage against beasts, 50% increased damage against demons. These are just insane. You guys, I'm telling you, I don't know how much these are going to be. Hopefully they're not too expensive, but these are must-have items. As you guys know, as we're fighting things, some things are monsters, like some monsters are beasts, some are demons. Having an increase of 50% damage on those things is just going to be, like, it's just, it makes you do so much more damage, especially once you start stacking it. It's insane. Imagine putting these two on Firion, having his legend, what do you call it, I can't remember now, his passive, his legend killer, fully awakened to +2, and then having all of these. It's going to be insane. He's going to be doing so much damage just by melee attacking. We can get like to 200 or 300% almost, right? Obviously those numbers are a little bit skewed, but I think it's like 200% increased damage that you can get from him, but with these items, as well as like having Ifrit or let's say Odin or someone else equipped it on them, which is just nuts. Then you get another one here called Lucky Bangles, Defense 10 and Spirit 10, which is by itself really, really good. I'm not really sure what it means here by Enable Miracle Blessing. It's more likely some sort of buff that you get on your unit that's wearing it that probably increases their defense or spirit or something, right? Miracle Blessing, that's what I'm just going to assume. It's like Protect or something. But we'll take a look at that once that is, once the actual patch goes live Wednesday night. Into Thursday morning, we'll find out a little bit more, and then we'll see what the data dump says, and we can kind of find out what that ability is. And as I was mentioning earlier, there is the units that are going to be claiming for this. So if you have collected these characters before, it is really, really nice to see. For those of you who have Elsa and have Maxwell already, you already have 200%. If you have the other characters, including Tilith and Carl and Syria, then you already have enough units to be able to go out there, hit the ground running, and start farming. No matter what, as long as you can defeat Maxwell's challenge, whenever that does come out, it might be in week 2, you will get your hands on a 100% unit. I'm going to be pushing really hard for that because I want the unit for the 100%, plus Maxwell's 6-star looks actually pretty good, so you should definitely pick up that unit. Alright, so those are the units you're looking at, and Vargas is going to be the new unit. He's the, the poster boy for Brave Frontier. Alright, so it just explains here how that goes. They do have Metal Gods. Metal Gods are like the bonus units. You kill them, you get extra Crimson Ore. Let's see what it says here. Defeat the rare monsters which appear in Hero of Fire and a Champion of Blaze. Obtain loads of Crimson Ore. They sometimes appear in groups, Kupo. They are hard to damage with their high defense and spirits, so it is best to attack them with attacks that hit multiple times or inflict set amounts of damage, Kupo. Or as I used to do it, is just have any items that chain like elemental, and you're just gonna fly through them, because your physical damage might not do much, but your elemental sparks and your elemental chaining is just going to destroy them. They're not very, very hard. At least at the time when I played it in the first Brave Frontier, I had no problems doing it. I think at the time I had lightning, and I was just doing like AoE, you know, fire, or not fire, or ice block or whatever, and it was really, really easy. But I learned about the elemental chaining. It was just a smooth round. All right, so let's take a look at the units real quick here, and we're gonna finalize everything. So we have a banner of 5 units, and the really crappy thing about it is 2 units are 5-star and 3 units are 4-star. So normally that's really good, but it's really bad in this sense because everybody wants Tilith because she's going to be the big healer. So Tilith is going to be the 4-star, going to 6-star, whereas other guys go from 4-star to 5-star. Okay, so Vargas here is going to be the chief Wiggum of the fight. He is going to be a very solid attacker. His job, or in the way that the producers explained it, he's going to be an AoE attacker. So he's going to be the best AoE physical attacker we have in the game, which is really weird. Normally that's what mages do, but whatever. We'll leave it to them. His job is swordsman. As you can see, his stats overall are alright. His MP is pretty good too for an attacker. Hit points is okay as well. His Trust Mastery is really, really good. The only drawback is the fact that it's got a Fire Elemental. However, you never know when you're going to need it. It is 130 attack, which is just immense. That's fantastic. Featured ability, Fire Creator's Power. Boost fire resistance by 50% and boost attack when equipped with a large sword, which is really good. If you're using his TM, this is just going to be insane. He did get some global upgrades because he was kind of crappy in the Japanese version. So those buffs are, he gets a move which is kind of in line with him being an AoE attacker called Sacred Bravery. Damage all enemies and boost attack for all allies. I don't know what the percentage is because we don't have the data, but we'll find that out very soon. And he's got Supreme Blaze. Deal partially unmitigated fire damage to all enemies. Again, in line with his fire theme. And in line with what they want him to do. They want him to be an AoE physical damage dealing king, and that's kind of what it looks like. And again, once we get his global kit from the update, then if it's something very interesting and I need to explain it, I will make a video just talking about this unit, because these are limited units. If you don't get them now, if this event never returns, then you guys will never have a chance to get them again. Alright, next one here is going to be Elsa. Elsa is a physical attacker, kind of similar to Vargas, but her element is dark. She is a Reaper. Her attack is pretty good. All this stats, whatever, doesn't really mean much for her because she's a very fantastic unit. Her Trust Mastery is Demon Scythe, is a pole arm that does attack 120, is a dark elemental attack. She is a goddess in a sense. I don't know what you guys want to say. When she came out originally, she was a beast, especially for those who got her Trust Mastery early on. She was just dominating everything. It was the unit you wanted to pick. Like how Orlando it is now. I remember using her as my friend unit to try and defeat events because she just hit so hard, especially if people had dual wield on her. She hit so hard with Madness Rush because she would just do this attack so many times. Alright, so she's got Dark Favor, automatically revive caster one time. Right? It is a passive move, so if she dies, I know, is it? No, it isn't. I think she's just to cast it on herself. Then she's got Ravaging Blow, which is a break. And then she's got Madness Rush, which is kind of like Barrage. She will attack 3 enemies chosen at random, and her limit gauge fills up more quickly. She gets a little buff over her head after the first attack, which is really good. Overall, very, very good unit as well. Now, the unit everybody's going to be pulling for is going to be Tilith. She is an absolute monster when she gets her 6-star, which is now. So she's going to be a monster. Her job title suits her perfectly. Goddess, she is really a goddess here, okay? Trust Mastery, you're looking at... Oh, first of all, look at her stats. Her attack is garbage. Defense is garbage. MP is a little bit low. Her magic is low as well. Spirit is actually pretty good. Hit points very low. She's a very squishy unit, okay? I'm just going to tell you guys that right off the bat. Very, very, very squishy. Because how powerful she is, okay? So, Trust Mastery is called Goddess Protection. She gives resistance to most status ailments. So, nullifies poison, blind, sleep, paralysis, confusion, disease, and stone. And then her abilities, some of the abilities in her kit, which was kind of the better ones. Restore hit points and MP for all allies except self. Radiant Light, fully restore hit point for all allies. She does not need dual cast because she does an AoE Benediction style move where she will heal everyone to full. Why have dual cast when she will heal to full? On top of that, dual cast would not work on her because these are not considered actual spells. These are all abilities. She also has Goddess's Revelation, where she will AoE fully restore all allies. If she's the only one alive, she can fully revive everyone to full life, right? As long in her kit as well, she's got a lot more other things as well. Let me see here if I can remember everything that she has. Trying to not mix up her 6-star stuff because I was looking that up earlier. She had one called, it's kind of like Cloud of Darknesses. It's called Rainbow Veil, I believe. She would give increase to fire, wind, water, lightning, ice. I think she actually gives resistance to everything except darkness by 40% to all allies. It's called Rainbow Veil. She also had a move called Celestial Light, which is like a full party buff. I think it's not 45%. It's 40%. I think it's called Celestial Light. Attack, defense, magic, spirit, 40% up. And I think it was for like 2 turns or something like that. She also had a move called Goddess's Miracle. It's a AoE heal. It's a 3.5 time multiplier. It heals everyone, plus removes poison, blind, sleep, silence, paralyzed, and confused from all allies. She's kind of like the ultimate healer. She has everything you need in a healer. I think she's got some attack moves as well, but I can't remember what they're called. She also gets in her new kit. Trying to think here. I think it's called Prism Heal. She will restore 2,500 hit points and 50 MP to all allies. Actually, it's right there. What am I saying? Of course, it's Prism Heal. That's the one. Prism Heal. It's 2,500 life. I think 25. Is it 2,500 or 3,000 life? And she gives 50 MP to everyone, and that's a flat number. So it's not like it's gonna be 50 for this person. That's a flat number. The only thing I remember, and the reason I remember it really clearly, is it costs a lot. It's like 99 MP. it costs a lot. What else? I think that's about it. Oh yeah, her limit burst gauge. Limit burst ability is she does AoE heal to everyone, increases everyone's fill rate. Or limit burst fill rate, and she will, I think, cure poison, silence, and something else. But overall, very, very good unit. All right. Then we're gonna go into Syria and Carl. As far as units, I don't really have any good usefulness for them. They're limited by that 5-star block. Very weak stats, as you can take a look at here. Their job is summoner. However, Seal of Protection boost hit points by 10%, defense and spirit by 20%. This is a very, 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 very good trust mastery to have. As you guys know, I mentioned it earlier, we are getting bombarded by a lot of those things. You want this ASAP. Same thing with Carl. Overall stats kind of doo-doo. He's the while Syria is fire, Carl is ice. Same thing. Stats are very weak, but the Trust Mastery Seal of Destruction is absolutely amazing. Boost hit points by 10%, attack and magic by 20%. Very good for attacking units, very good for hybrid units. If you get multiple of these guys, I would farm them out individually and make sure you get as many of these teams as possible so that you can take advantage of that, alright? So overall, that is the new stuff that's coming out here. The banners look amazing. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are going to be going Arm & Ham and Bacon Soda on this banner, especially for Tilith. I will be going as hard as I can to try and get my hands on at least one Tilith. I don't really care too much about the 5-star bases, but I really, really want at least one Tilith because it's going to make the game that much easier. So let me know what you guys are going to be doing in the comment section below. Let me know if you're happy about the Brave Frontier collaboration as much as I am. And then, you know what, we'll chat in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you did enjoy the content, hit that like and subscribe button. Stick around for future content. I will see you guys in the next video. And make sure you guys tune in to either E3 to find out what's coming out tomorrow and over the next few days for the new changes. Otherwise, if you do not have time, make sure you jump back on onto my channel here. The second I find out, when I do come home, I will cover that information and let you guys know exactly what is coming out for us. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.
Aside.